Hi guys! So the plan today was to do an in-depth talk through foundation routine and then do my eye makeup for Valentine's Day and make them two separate videos. And my foundation routine completely just failed miserably today. I just had a lot of fallout. The hairs were falling out and it was just a hot mess. So I decided that I would just do my foundation routine off camera, and then when I get a new brush, because I want to use the same brush, it's just fallen to pieces, then I thought I would show you that again. I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it because my battery is slowly dying. Obviously, we're going to start out with a transition shade. I did prime my eyes with MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and then I did set them with the same thing that I set my under eyes with, which was NYX Whipped Cream Eyeshadow. So I'm going to be going in with MAC Bamboo on an E40. So we're just going to be putting this into the crease of the eye as usual. Just buffing that back and forth. I feel like I ramble a lot during talk throughs and I get sidetracked and then I'm like actually not telling you what I'm doing. So I don't do talk throughs a lot, but I don't know, I was just kind of in the mood to do it. Sometimes it's easier to talk you through it. And this isn't complicated, but it does have a lot of eyeshadows. So it's kind of the same step over and over again about 500 times. Now I'm going to be using the Naked palette. I'm just going to be using like 3 shades out of this one, I believe. And the first one that I'm going to use is Naked. Exact same process. I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit so you can see a little bit better. I'm going to zoom you in there. Completely forgot to tell you what I was doing. So I used the Naked and then I went in with the shade Buck, which is basically the same exact thing but darker and warmer. And that's all we're going to use in the crease. I know you're like, that's all, you just use 3 transition shades basically. But you want to build the depth. I'm going to take the color or shade or whatever you want to call it, Hustle, which is a warm kind of burgundy-ish brown in the Naked palette. I just got the Naked palette like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago. And I know I'm like 5 years late on the bandwagon, but I really like it. It's really nice. And I have the 3 and then the Smoky as well. And I think the Smoky is my favorite, but I do really like this one. Okay, so I'm just taking this on an E25. This is an E25, right? Yes! And I'm focusing this on the outer half of the eye, the outer V-ish. And you can see I'm kind of bringing it in towards the eye that way. Eyes. This look obviously is a lot of blending. But I don't know. I could sit here and blend with the best of them like all day, so it doesn't really bother me. But obviously you don't have to go in with this many eyeshadows in the crease, so you can cut the time of this eye look in half. Literally, you could cut it in half and it wouldn't be nearly as monotonous, I guess you could say. I'm going to be using these 2 shades right here. This is Makeup Geek Prom Queen, and this is a purple eyeshadow from e.l.f. I don't know what this is called because it has a magnet on the back. It's just like the super dark purple from e.l.f. and e.l.f. only has, I think, like 24 different eyeshadows to choose from. We're going to be doing the same exact thing that we just did with that last color, and we're going to be focusing this on the outer V of the eye. Remember, the secret to a good smoky eye, where you don't want to look like a panda, is to keep the dark colors low.
I hope my music isn't too loud in the background. I got dinged with a copyright notification last week, and I used the exact same music that I have used in literally every other video that I have posted. And it was only maybe like 20 seconds of audio, if that much. It wasn't much at all. And they dinged me with a copyright notification. I'm like, really? Stupid. Like, I use this music every time. It's just sample music that came on my laptop.
So, I don't know. But I just took it out. Didn't want me. any drama. Back into my Naked palette, and I'm going to be taking the shade Virgin, which is the lightest, brightest. It's like the highlight shade in here. And I'm just using this on an e.l.f. smudge brush, and I'm going to be putting that on the inner corner and feathering it out just a little bit, as you can see here. And this is just going to kind of brighten up the look a little bit. I did want to tell you guys, I used the new Glam Glow, the orange one that's like exfoliating and brightening today. And I really liked it. I really noticed a difference. And I didn't even leave it on my... It tells you to leave it on for about 20 minutes. Whipped cream eyeshadow from NYX, and put this on my brow bone. You could use the same shade Virgin if you wanted to. I don't like shimmery highlights on my brow bone. I don't know. I feel like it accentuates the stray eyebrow hairs that you have up there. So I just use white. And this is actually the same thing I use underneath my eyes. So when you're super pale, you know, you do what you gotta do. And I'm super pale. So another E40 that's clean, and blend it out. At this point, I'm going to spray my face. We are done with the eyeshadow. See, it's not hard. It's pretty easy. It's a lot of steps, but it's pretty easy. And I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray, and then we're going to move on to eyeliner really quick. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Liquid Eyeliner, Felt Tip, whatever. This is $2. I'm gonna make it smoky, and it's on a Sunday, so I mean, let's be real. Even if I had plans, they would have to end early because Taylor has to work on Monday. Alright, so there's that. And then for mascara, I'm going to be using the Benefit Roller Lash. I just have a little sample.
And I really like this mascara. I like that it is super black, like my soul. If you hear noises in the background, my cat is up here like cleaning herself. She is so spoiled. When I say my cat, she's a family cat. She's not like my cat, you know. She just likes to hang out in my room. You can tell a little bit of a difference. This eye just looks more lifted. This mascara doesn't have a lot of volume, or length for that matter, but it's very black and it does really separate the lashes.
And I'm starting off with MAC lip liner in Silver. And I did use a little bit of lip balm because these are kind of drying, but I find that if I use lip balm, it don't bother me. So
I'm not going to overline them or do a whole lot of anything. I'm just lining them.
And then this is L'Oreal. This is the Nudes collection in 600. Super bright pink. Like, it's not really nude, it's pink. A lot of people complain about the smell of these lipsticks, and I personally love the smell. It makes me think, I know this is weird, but it makes me think of like when I was 5 and I used to go into my grandmother's lipstick and put it on. Like the smell of it. And I'm going to top it with some Buxom lip gloss, because this wouldn't be an FFBT video if I didn't use it. And that is it, you guys.
Last year I had a Valentine, and yeah, nothing. Yeah, no, I didn't even do anything on Valentine's Day. I think it was on a Saturday last year, and he didn't even text me or call me or anything on Valentine's Day. I mean, come on, like how rude. You know who you are. My battery's dying. Like the red light is flashing. This only happened like one time. I think I'm just gonna let it go until it like absolutely dies and see what happens. So I did my first 3 photos on Facebook, and this is what came up. The middle one is me and my uncles at my christening. If it'll focus. There we go. Look at that. Me and my uncles at my christening. And then my friend Katie, my friend Alicia. Make sure it doesn't say anything about my last name on here. And it doesn't. I don't want you people knowing my last name. And look, my battery is still beeping, and it's been like an entire minute. I love that they warn you that long. Excuse me. I really need a haircut. I like for my hair to come up about here, just like right on my jawline. And it's just a little too long. But I'm going to share with you guys this contraption that I got that makes my life so much easier. This is like a hot brush or whatever, and these are not nearly as popular as they used to be. When I was a kid, my grandmother had one very similar to this, and it was a lot smaller though. But this is so convenient. You just and it just makes your hair nice and straight, and it curls under, and it's just so nice. It's been like 3 minutes, and my battery is still blinking, so I guess I'm just gonna let it go.